Beautiful Scorpios, welcome back to my channel. Kim Enchantress here to do a reading for musicians only. Now, only if you play an instrument, you sing, you play drums, guitar, piano, you're possibly a songwriter or you make instruments, that kind of reading. Welcome to all the cross watchers if you're not a musician and your partner is a musician and you're just wanting to know what's going on in their lives. We've all been in isolation from the end of March and not earning money on the music industry, so I've been guided to do this reading by Spirit, and this is to see where we're going, when the next gig's going to be, what the situation was that's held us back, or what's happened while we've been in isolation. Now, I've picked a card here from the Lenormand cards as a significator card. It is the Moon. It's about creativity and emotions, which is what we need to put into our music. But with the Moon, there's also something hidden. Now, we've just had a full moon in Sagittarius earlier in June, and we've got a solar eclipse at the same time. Lunar eclipse, I should say, and a solar eclipse is coming up on the 21st. So the Moon is what's hidden. The solar eclipse is taking what we've learnt from the lunar eclipse and putting it into action. So I have done those readings. They're up on YouTube if you want to have a look and see how it ties in with this reading. Now, the first card is what you put into your music here, Scorpio, and this is a ship, and it's telling me that you are yearning to move forward. You love to explore the depths of your music, and you don't want to stay put anymore. You want to get moving again. Now, this is a slow moving card, so it may be very slow to start moving again. Now, we have the mice. That's what inspires your work. And you're most inspired when you're anxious and you work in teams. This is what inspires you the most. You bounce off the energy of others, and this makes you a little bit anxious to get out there on stage. Now, you have a lot of fear inside you, though. And this fear comes from not being accepted in some way. You fear that you won't be accepted. But it's only in your thoughts, so you need to get rid of that negative thought process. Now we have the fish, and this is what your music inspires in others here. Now, you are adaptable with your music. You can play anything here, Scorpio. Very adaptable, and you are a free agent here, and maybe you freelance in and out of other bands. You're a bit of an entrepreneur, so you're very much wanted by other musicians, and others feel blessed with your music. It's very healing to their soul, and you go with the flow and maintain independence and freedom while you do this. So that's beautiful. Now, the scythe is the next card, and this is your muse. So this is person or personified force who is a source of inspiration for a creative artist. So this may be a passed on musician, a mentor, or a passed on loved one, or it's just someone in your life today that's mentoring you in some way, or who you look up to. But it's telling you, be careful of making swift decisions, because it could lead to broken agreements, and it could lead to cutbacks of work or sudden endings. And you may have a tight budget right now. You need to watch your spending, Scorpio, and just speak the truth and act accordingly. Now, I've also picked a card from the fairy forest, and this is the wizard. And the wizard is a wise one, someone who's wise, a bit of a counselor, and it's known as the Rune King. So it's telling you are now proud about your beliefs. This card shows up when you have embraced your spiritual knowledge and your journey. There will also be recognition, sometimes very favourably, Scorpio, and you are now beginning doing what you once dreamed of doing and becoming whom you once thought of becoming. So you are now transforming and healing the world and providing a loving example of a wise one to all the people that you encounter here. Now, no longer do you fear rejection from family and friends as you embrace your spiritual and personal path. And this is not imaginary, Scorpio. You are now connecting with your power again. Others may not understand what you speak of at this time through your music, but don't allow their limited vision to dictate whom you become in this world. You will soon be asked for guidance from somebody, or offer it as you are able to help others. So someone's going to be asking you for guidance. Now, what I'm getting from this reading, let me see here, give me a second while I just look over it. Now, I feel like there's been some anxious feelings here regarding an emotional trip. This could be sudden emotions, and maybe you feeling that you've been cut off in some way, but you have a great business sense, Scorpio, and it's a creative business. Now, the scythe and the mice here together, okay, you've made some poor choices in the past, Scorpio, but you will get a sudden insight and make a creative decision. Now, there could be a trip coming, as we have the ship here. So you definitely are going on a business trip, and it's going to require you to carry your music gear. So it needs to be put in some sort of container to be carried overseas. But there could be a trip coming up that you feel anxious about, and you have fear. Maybe this is in flying, or maybe it's just that you've also got creative concerns coming up. Now, we also have the fish here, and I feel like you will be traveling overnight, and this trip is going to be emotional and creative for you. You will make some business decisions regarding your creative work whilst you're overseas, and I'm feeling this is going to happen very soon. Now, I have the Unity card, a Major Arcana, number 5 from the Animal Tarot deck. So I'm just trying to get the glare away. It is the Polar Bear. It's a Major Arcana, so this is very important here, Scorpio. It's a card of deep spiritual growth at this time. You are transforming. There's divine teaching and an initiation period here. Maybe this is while you were going through the COVID. And there is an awakening. Faith to withstand any challenges that are coming up. Now, embrace this time of deep spiritual growth. You may feel called to act as a mentor or spend time with others who are on the same music path spiritually as you. So that's a beautiful message coming through for you. Take note that the time that you had in isolation was necessary to go within, so you can find your path again. So that's beautiful reading. Good luck with your music career, and hope you get many gigs. Bye for now. Love you.